Alright, welcome back. We're sort of enjoying our return to Faction Wars. For the longest time we didn't have access to Faction Wars until we figured out what to do. Because the previous solution of starting from the beginning and doing the tutorial again after clearing your app data, that was not worth the time.
Yeah, but if you've watched either a weekly update or our other Mortal Kombat X video, you'll see that we figured out a relatively fast way of fixing it.
Mm-hmm.
Still a little bit of a pain in the butt to have to do it every time, but it's a lot better than that really long workaround process, and it actually makes it, if you enjoy it, worth playing still.
Alright.
Oh, that only used one bar. Nice.
I don't want him to drain my power. I'll let him drain somebody else.
Which gear is it again that lets you only use one bar sometimes, or only use one bar all the time? Which one is that?
For the second special?
Yeah.
I believe it's a bound demon, but I can't remember. We can look at it when we're...
I forget, is it a % chance or is it just all the time?
All the time it only takes one bar.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's basically... If you're going to be using Special 2, that's almost like generating power at twice the speed.
Yeah. Because the only time that it matters that you're not generating power at twice the speed is if you're getting drained.
Or if you're using a special one.
Or if you're using a special one.
A little bit of overkill. Actually, now, like here, I don't really care about using a special one, because the time it would take me to save the Special 2, I'd be better off just smacking him around a bit. And he would have drained me anyways.
There you go.
Good night, Kenshi. So Jason Voorhees is interesting. He can resurrect twice, and because we're leveling him up, and he's E6 only, Fusion 6, and he's only level 31, he can't really hold his own. Alright, this is going to be interesting. Let's see who's got the first bar. Who's got the Warhammer? Yep, he's got it. Alright, so then we'll leave Kenshi the first one to drain him. Jason Voorhees is interesting. So even though he's not, he can't really hold his own in the fight that well at this level, he's not a bad damage sponge, right? Because he resurrects twice.
Yeah. Which isn't bad, especially when you have a low hit special, right? Something that has most of its power in a low number of hits.
Yeah. What is a drag about his specials are, his first special doesn't actually knock anybody out. Even if it's down to no health, I guess it counts as a grapple. The second, or unless, like there's smacking parts at the beginning and a grapple part at the end. If the smacking knocks them out, they get knocked out. If the smacking takes their health not quite enough and the grappling would have, I hate facing somebody on a Cold War Science team because the first special does no damage. So you gotta plan it so that you wipe out his protection first. Alright. Sometimes it's almost worth doing the second special just to, even if it doesn't do much damage, just because you can generate more power in the second bar than the third. And because she's in the fight, she's generating power faster. There we go. And I need to break her armor. Alright, so what I've heard lately in the forums is that the fights are a lot harder facing the AI because they block a lot more. And I guess I'm not seeing so much because we've got the luxury of having Cassie Cage, who has Block Breaker for her team, her Special Forces teammates.
Oh, there we go. It's funny, on the big screen, because of the way that it cuts off a little bit of the top, you actually can't see their health at all until it's down to that last little red bar. So I'm always in suspense.
Oh! Yeah, that's...
And so are the viewers. It's not just the camera angle. When you actually plug it in, there's no way to see what the...
Alright. Dark Raiden
what their health is like. You also can't see how many coins we have.
Right. That's just a distraction. Dark Raiden, alright, because his passive actually lets him gain energy when you try to drain him. Makes your Kenshi kind of useless. Yeah, that's gonna be disappointing. And we also don't want to do Jason Voorhees specials because he causes bleeding, and bleeding will cause
Him
the
to
opposite
heal.
in Dark Raid.
Yeah.
Yeah, which would really suck. See, I would have thought Dark Raiden would be a good person to put the Warhammer on. Because then you don't want to...
You can't drain him. There's no way of taking.
But it would be
what
tempting.
he's
Like somebody
got
who's not familiar with the specials would try
You
to
mean
drain.
abilities?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is he blocking? He is. Oh, nice! Special's disabled. Perfect, huh?
Absolutely. The problem though is Quan Chi hasn't used his. Oh, there we go. Oh, maybe we'll get a chance to knock him out before he resurrects anybody.
That'd be awesome. Uh-oh. I'm in suspense. How close? Oh, there we go. That's like perfect, huh?
Just about.
The only thing that would be better is if there was like absolutely no damage wasted with the second special, right?
Yeah, I think we're so lucky. You know what I've heard though is that because the AI blocks so much, people are having trouble finishing, especially with Slasher Jason Voorhees, unless they're managing it properly and planning it. Because you knock him out, then you knock him out again. He's going to have like 2 or 3 bars of power. If you let him hit you, he uses the power, but then you're bleeding, which is kind of a what's that dilemma when you have 2 choices? That the
Catch-22.
Morton's Dilemma or something. I guess Catch-22 works. That's a Joseph Heller novel. Yeah, because it's hard, because then you have to plan. So really what you need is somebody who's got really strong basic attacks, and use that instead, because then you're building up the power. And maybe have you almost need to have like a tank or somebody, like a damage sponge, to let Jason Voorhees knock you out. And our Jason Voorhees is perfect for that, because he'll resurrect. All you need is a warm body. So I hadn't realized how much I missed Mortal Kombat until I stopped playing it, which is sad and not. Because I guess there's only so much time in the day. It's hard to find enough time to play all the games. Oh, his special's not disabled. Doesn't matter though. That hurt. Alright. Touch that. That was
Plus 14% damage.
That was totally unintentional. I would have knocked her out.
Plus 14% damage still isn't bad, right? It's over the base damage, right? If they had instead said to you, like, 57% damage, where the top would be 100%, that would feel pretty crappy.
Yeah, it would.
Right? Well, like, it's the way that they structure it, right? Because no matter what happens, you're always dealing at least 100% damage, so it sounds good, right?
Yeah.
It would feel really nasty if they just said 50% damage and then...
Alright, so now we get to finally see it. This is going to be the difficult one. So in order to manage, does he have the Warhammer? If he's got the Warhammer, we're in trouble. He does not, but his hockey mask actually can resist debuffs. So if you try to drain him, it might not work. And because of the armor from Cold War Sonya, he's going to be protected. So what we're going to do is start off with Cassie Cage.
Oh, I love being able to move that on the fly. That is a great feature.
Yeah, it's not in Immortals or Injustice, right? It's not.
Well, I guess being the most recent one, right? That is.
And having extra teams that you can swap.
That is so great, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost too bad that all 3 are kind of grinding games. All right, so we're not going to bother even doing specials. It's going to be basic attacks to soften him up. He's going to swap out. We're going to bring in Kenshi for whoever swaps in to break their armor. And anytime Jason Voorhees builds up to a special, we're going to bring our Jason Voorhees in to soak it up. Too late. Yeah, I would have liked to have absorbed her, soaked up her power first. Can't be perfect though.
Oh.
He thwarted me properly. I just gotta bide my time until my Jason Voorhees can tag it.
Nice, you broke the block too.
Yeah, because it's a two-part thing. One's a damage, like a smacker, and if you knock him out at that point, it works. The last part is a grapple, so it always breaks the block. This is perfect. So I don't mind spending one of her special twos because it only takes one bar.
And it still does more damage than a special one.
Absolutely. And it can do the
Special disabled. Yeah.
That was perfect, okay. So we gotta be careful when Quan Chi comes in, he's got 2 bars, and his second special is really strong.
Oh, crap.
Oops. That wasn't called for. Well, if we knock him out, then she's got the second special perfect timed, perfectly ready for taking him out. Unless he sneaks something in before it triggers. And then we have control to not have her there when Quan Chi or Cold War Sonya Blade comes in. Oh, that was the second one. Or the first one, I mean. So,
Oh,
and I was
crap.
totally ready for her. Now that was a waste, because I wanted the first special if I was getting it first, but if I couldn't, then I'd actually wanted to do the second one, because it's just more power, right? More damage for the power that I was getting. I think I'm dead.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I can see your health creeping into the...
I could have sworn I'd already gotten him twice.
You had, but that's Reanimator, Warlock Quan Chi.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, you got him 2 times, and then Quan Chi got him.
That kind of sucks. That should be enough to knock him out.
He has no health. Almost literally. Maybe you can pull this one out. Oh! Looking good for you. Oh, I think you win. Any hit, right? Oh!
I could say that the same both ways.
Oh, but you still have your
I do.
reanimates. So yeah.
So definitely a little bit more challenging. Kind of fun.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Got a decent special.
When Jason Voorhees is reviving 3 times, that's a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah. Alright, that's fun. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in a couple days.
Komoda.